today we have Adam DeVaney. He is a licensed clinical social worker with Life's Work Clinic here in Kalkaska, and he's going to talk to us about his clinic, medications for opioid use disorder, and the misconceptions related to substance use disorder and medications for opioid use disorder. Take it away, Adam.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. And so Life's Work Clinic, right, was the brainchild of my wife and I. After experience working at two other clinics previously for several years as employees, and when those ended, then and we opened Life's Work Clinic. It was the natural result of that, and so it kind of happened organically. You know, my wife and I were working with a doctor who was doing pain management, and through that experience, actually, we figured out that the real need in the world was for opioid addiction management. And so it was sort of an organic transition that way. Life's Work Clinic does three things. We do medication-assisted treatment for opioid use disorder. So we use drugs like Suboxone, Zubzol, Subutex for pregnant women to manage the physical part of the physical dependency on opioids. Then the behavioral health component comes in. The behavioral health component is there to address the behavioral issues and the disruptive nature of the lifestyle, of the behavioral patterns, of the struggles with anxiety, depression, trauma, things like that really feed into addiction, whether it's for opioids or other drugs. Although we do find that, the holy trinity, as I call it, predisposition to opioid use disorder or developing opioid addiction, of course, is, anxiety, depression, trauma, some combination of all three, and then some extra ones. And then the third thing that Life's Work Clinic does is we're actually working with our supervising physician right now to bring him on to do psychiatric work as well. Because one of the things that's really in need in our area, in the Kalkaska area, in the sort of 50 miles that surround that, you've got Traverse City, you've got Petoskey, there's some psychiatrists in each of those, but you've got this kind of no man's land from Traverse City over through Kalkaska, over to Grayling, and beyond that, down to areas like Houghton Lake, Roscommon, even Cadillac would pull a lot of people from there. Since there's really we know that there's almost no MAT or medication-assisted treatment in that area I just described. But even more so, and I think more critically, there's a lack of psychiatric services in that area. A lot of primary care physicians are offering psychiatric services to their patients, and that's fantastic. If you have an MD or a DO, you can prescribe those drugs. But at the same time, having someone that really specializes in that and has that experience in that, really, I feel is going to be a huge benefit to this area, because over the course of the last 15 months, 16 months, right, we've gone through some pretty dramatic changes in our society. As we know, opioid overdose deaths have skyrocketed over that time. It's really some grim figures that I don't even need to express to anybody. It's pretty horrible. But at the same time, you have, like we spoke to an ER doc about 2 months ago, who said that 1 out of every 3 people that are coming into the ER are coming in for panic attacks. That's 1 out of every 3. That's 30% of people that are going to the ER are having panic attacks. Why is that? Well, our whole world changed. Our whole world collapsed in many, many ways. People are isolated. People are lonely. People are fearful. And because of that, what's happened is there's a huge demand for behavioral health and psychiatric services. More so than ever, and at a time when services are not expanding, when they're actually contracting. But at the same time, there's been a very innovative trend towards the use of telehealth. So I would say that probably 75% or more of my clients that I see for counseling are done like this on their phone in the comfort of their own home. They don't need to leave their house, and so also many payers, many insurance companies have adapted this to this reality, and so there's kind of like on par our payments for providers, which is really nice, which encourages that. So our psychiatric services are going to reach to other people just like in outside of our area, just like our behavioral health can, and just like our MAT can. We have people from Kalkaska in our medication assisted treatment program. We have people in the UP in our medication assisted treatment program. So really branching out and reaching out to where the people are. And right now they're in their homes. Right now they're not really going out. So that's kind of the background of the backbone of what Life's Work Clinic is. And we're really just trying to meet a need in our area in very, very specific and important and hopefully, and I believe, life-saving ways.